Good afternoon, Gills fans. Welcome back to Gills in the Blood TV for another match day live. We are in the car park outside the Cassam Stadium for Oxford versus Gillingham. Hello, Stocky.
Hello.
Are you hiding?
No,
where's Wally? Team news has just come in. Boz.
Yes.
Simon Royce is on the bench. What is going on? Joe Walsh is injured, apparently, according to social media. So 49-year-old Simon Royce will be wearing shirt number 48. Stocky.
Not going to be. We hope he doesn't need to put it on.
Aside from that, two changes from last week. Stuart O'Keefe drops to the bench at the expense of Alfie Jones, which I think's a sensible decision. And Ben Pringle starts in the 10 at the expense of Ollie Lee.
Yeah, a bit surprising that Ollie Lee's been dropped, but Ben Pringle looked decent when he came on last week, and I think on the way up here in the car we all called for him to start, so more than happy with that team. Good to have Jones back as well.
And good to see Steve Evans showing faith in Jack Tucker. He gets another start as part of a back three, it looks like.
Yeah, we have no defenders on the bench.
No, we don't, you're
We
right.
only have Bradley Gills.
Who? Oh yeah. Right, I did my match preview on Thursday evening and I was very positive and I said 2-1 to Gills. Boz, what are we thinking?
I'm going to say 1-1 with Brandon Hannon to score.
And Stocky, score prediction.
I will go 2-1 Gills.
Same as me?
Yeah.
Sam?
Why not?
Right.
I'm going to go with Pringle and Hanlon.
I think I said Pringle and Jacobiak.
Whoever scores, I
don't mind, as long as we get a result. Right, I'm just going to pan round in a second, look at this ground, because it is proper odd, and then we shall bring you more footage from inside the stadium. We are outside the Cassam Stadium still, and I've just met up with James of D3, D4 Football Podcast fame. Great to see you again, mate. How you doing?
Yeah, very good. I'm really looking forward to this game. I think the week we've just had is probably helping my enthusiasm somewhat.
Yeah, we booked this a long time before you decided to score 10 in a week without reply and knock a Premier League team out of the Carabao Cup.
10.
Yeah, it was 10, yeah. It's like the video printer where you have to write the words
conceded
afterwards.
in those games.
You haven't conceded for 4 games, have you?
We're doing well. We're doing well.
So it's the second Saturday in a row that we turn up to play a team that's not conceded for the best part of a month.
It's going to be a good game, though. I mean, I'd like to see your guys. You seem a side that's still somewhat gelling. Is that right?
Yeah, I'd say that's probably a fair assumption. It's 14 new players that come in the summer and plenty have left as well. So, like I said to you the other week after when we not had a falling out, but I responded to your podcast and said that I thought you was a little bit harsh with your assessment of us after one game, but we could invariably be sitting here with probably 3, 4, 5 more points, but we're not, and the league table don't lie for a reason. If you chuck 2 goals of Leeds away, then you only draw football matches, but it should be a good game. I can't get over this stadium, I'm not going to lie, it's very odd looking, but
I've been here for years.
that's coming from an Oxford fan.
I've been here going for years, and I'm affiliated to it. It's my team's home, but if any Oxford fans watching this remember the Manor Ground, they'll know that it's been very, very hard to transition to such a isolating, atmosphereless, crap ground, to be honest.
Well, just imagine that any type of singing or any sort of chanting just drifts away to this far end where it's a car park. It literally is a car park.
The big problem as well is that this stadium has held the club back because we have to pay a stupid amount of rent on it every season. It's owned by a man whose name is on it, who doesn't care about the club, refuses to sell it, owns all this land you see around it, and it's really hampered the club's progress.
But on the pitch, obviously that's what we want to talk about more than dodgy owners. We've seen our team. We have a 49-year-old goalkeeping coach on the bench today. But
injury today,
what
guys.
is your what's your team? I've not seen your team yet.
I haven't actually had a look yet. I would imagine, I'd be very surprised there's many changes from the side that beats West Ham 4-0 on.
What even? Because wasn't Fossey on the bench on them during the week? Would he not start after a hat-trick last week against Lincoln?
Yeah, I would imagine he'll be in the team, and I would imagine we'll go with pretty much. I'd be surprised if there's too many changes from Lincoln or West Ham.
So
we've got good options.
Yeah, well,
First time this season we've had.
You're going to be flying in terms of confidence.
Yeah.
Right, I ask every guest that comes on. Score prediction?
I think it'll be 2-0 Oxford.
I've said 2-1 Gills, so I think it'll be a good game. I think both teams will score.
Who's your player to watch out for?
There's a couple. I mean, obviously Alex Jakubiak's had a decent start to the season. He's not scored for a few weeks now, but he hit the ground running. Scored 4 in his first 5 or 6 games. He's up front with Brandon Hanlon today. It looks like we're operating with a 3-5-2. Alfie Jones, I would say, has probably been our best player. He's been the standout consistency. played start of the season at centre half. He's now moved into midfield, and I said a few weeks ago that wasn't one of our match day live videos. I think he'll be playing holding midfield for Southampton in a couple of seasons.
I'll be interested to get your opinion on Rob Dickie, probably our best player this season, centre back. Obviously, Tack Fossey, you know about, big threat, quite pacey. But yeah, I think Rob Dickie's potentially our next big sale, I would say.
Yeah, and it's been interesting to see how he's progressed, because obviously you lost Curtis Nelson to Cardiff in the summer, and there was a few question marks obviously listening to your podcast regarding how would he deal with the fact that he'd lost a regular partner. But he seems to have, after a shaky start, but that's probably how you started as a team. Was that a fair assessment as well?
Yeah,
everyone's settled down, you've got your new signings in, and
Elliot Moore looks good.
Seems to be playing well. I'm not sure Elliot. I'm not sure Virgil van Dijk is entirely.
Oh, it's perfect. He's only been drilled past once this season. Yeah, I reckon we'll do well. I reckon 2 knocks. I think you're just sucker for punishment coming all this way to see a defeat.
Just to see you, apparently.
Oh yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
Anyway, mate, thanks for coming on and enjoy the game.
Yeah, no problem.
Our sponsor is scoring. The check on the 2 teams then for this afternoon's game, and as always we'll start with our visitors this afternoon. It's a warm up to Gills, who line up like this. Jack Bond.
Played here. Gills got their first corner of the game. Started all right here. We both good set piece opportunity. Come on, Ben. Second set piece we've had, and we've been wasteful with both of them, haven't we?
We've decent enough when we've had it.
Yeah, but Ben Pringle's had a free kick and then a corner, and he's hit the wall and hit the front man, which is annoying. And Oxford are trying to break on us here. Stay with us. Coming inside. That's too easy. It's too easy. Don't let him shoot. Oh, we keep diving in. Why do we keep diving in? Why do we keep diving in?
That started back in their half. From our corner.
Alfie Jones jumps in, Ben Pringle jumps in, and then we give the bloke half hour to turn another shot.
It's too easy.
And it's also in the middle of the goal, isn't it?
To me it looked like it was in the corner.
Frustrating again though, because we started all right, but we trailed. Second corner of the game for Gills has to be better delivery. It's a bit better, but they're going to break again. All the way back to Fuller. Let's keep this alive. It's gone out. Go on, Jack. Jack Tucker's done well. Stay with us. There's another poor ball from Mark Byrne, isn't it? He's not started great, unfortunately. Gives Jakubiak no chance to throw in the Oxford. 23 on the clock, boss should be 2-0. Jack Bonham's just made an absolutely brilliant stop, hasn't he? Yeah, just kept us in it at the moment. Stocky, since the goal, we just looked all over the show, didn't we? We looked really, really poor since we conceded. Panicked all over the park.
That goal's totally changed it. We started off all right, but since the goal, just don't look good enough.
Just said the boss, Jack Bonham's kept us in it here, and that's a really good stop.
Every pass is over here and everything's too straight.
Yeah, you're right.
Hitting it straight up to the striker again.
We're just playing long ball, and we've got 2 people that want it into feet. Really frustrating performance. 24 on the clock, we still. 29 minutes on the clock. It's 2-0 to Oxford, and it's not good from our point of view again, has it? But it has definitely been coming. It's one ball over the top. Matty Taylor's away, and he clinical finish, which is what he does. But we're all over the show defensively, aren't we?
It's like you could seem to, well, they're playing for the ground and everyone seemed to stop. A few people queried if it was offside. For me, it looked onside, and it was a good finish by him. But we've been awful since they scored their first. We've been all over the place.
2-0 doesn't flatter them at all, does it?
No,
They've been
they
very
deserve
good.
it. They deserve it. More than deserve it. It's frustrating to watch yet again.
I said to you just before, didn't I, that it's a matter of when, not if.
Yeah, you did just before we come back on, and a minute later it's 2-0, and it's a long way back from here. 33 minutes, game over. It's 3-0. We've been absolutely awful, really poor. Don't even know what else to say. Can't defend, can't string passes together. Comfortably our worst half hour of the season. Half time here at the Kassam Stadium, and it's sadly Oxford 3, Gillingham 0, and it's not even been a performance, has it, Glenn?
No, mate, actually could have been 4, mate, to be fair. A post
At least.
And we're just making them look too good. They're not all that. We're letting them play in front of us, and I don't really know what's going on. No one wants to engage. We are, the most disciplined team in this league, and Oxford the most undisciplined. We need to start getting stuck in, and in this game it could be 7, 8 or 9. And I'm not exaggerating, to be fair. We've got to do something. It's quite embarrassing. We started brightly enough, but we're making them look good. And I don't know whether in the back of their minds they put 4 past West Ham, 6 past Lincoln. That doesn't make any difference. Today's today. And we can change that. But you know what? This game's already gone and lost. And we need to come out and show something, because to be fair, this is the worst 45 minutes of football I've seen this season.
I was going to say, this is now damage limitation, unfortunately, isn't it? This is about just pride and just getting through this second 45 minutes without too much more.
And I think the other word, mate, is commitment. Where's the commitment? It's just a pale imitation of the team that faced Ipswich Town last week. And it's just a total embarrassment. And I really haven't. If I could get a positive out of this, I would, but I can't. I'm afraid. I can't see anything positive at all. Oxford's goals are just too simple. The first goal is just a total embarrassment.
First goal we have 2 dive in, then we step off and then we drop off and let him shoot from 20 yards.
That's right. I think it was actually a result of a free kick we had in an attacking position. He hit the wall and came out, and they just pranced out of their half, and we just didn't put any tackles in. We just watched them play the ball in front of us, and that's been the problem. We've got to come out and show some commitment. Believe me, this is dire, and I'm not exaggerating.
No, this has been the worst I can recall. This is up there with Southend away a couple of seasons ago when we were 4-0 down at the break.
I agree.
Cheers for your thoughts, mate. Anyway.
No worries.
22, Ollie Lee coming on.
Great time, fella.
Coming on 23, Alex Macunia.
Coming on.
Oh, mate, hurry up.
And 27, Jack Tucker.
Boz, talk me through what's just happened. So, ball over the top. Simon Eastwood's trying to shepherd it out for a goal kick. Brandon Adlam robs him on the byline, and I'll let you take over.
Well, I think he should just go for the finish, but instead he pulls it back to
Ollie Lee,
who manages to somehow scramble a shot underneath the defender, and it trickles, and it's.
and we're still 3-0 down. But we've been better in this half than we were in the opening 45 minutes. Got to laugh. Free kick to Gills, wide on our right. Connor Ogle has won it at the far post. But they've cleared it, and they're going to break on us here. They're in here, they've got an overload on their left. Will stay with us. That's good defending from Alfie Jones, in fairness to him. It's all fizzled out, still 3-0, 6 minutes to play. back in the car after today's game at the Cassam Stadium, and it's finished Oxford United 3, Gillingham 0, comfortably the Gills' worst performance of the season under Steve Evans and for a very long time in general, to be quite honest. I'm going to go to Emlyn first. Weren't very good, was it, mate?
Not good, mate, not good. Makes the journey home very long.
It does indeed, and people can come out and say, oh yeah, second half we kept a clean sheet and not conceded anymore, but Oxford had sacked it off by all accounts, hadn't
we
they?
didn't create anything at all. The last only shot on target was the last kick of the game.
We had that one right at the beginning of the half, didn't we, where Hanlon closed down the keeper and we scuffed it against the post.
Oh, of course, yes.
But apart from that, we
we did,
were awful in both boxes, weren't we?
Yep.
We've just done our match ratings. I think it's pretty much impossible to try and pick a man of the match today, wasn't it?
Yeah. Tucker did well.
Yeah, I thought Tucker, I thought it was harsh that he'd come off again.
But it's too late.
Yeah, and a bit of a culture shock, I'd imagine, wasn't it? After all the talk, and we said in the car before the game that we've not conceded 3 in a game all season. We've not been beaten by more than 1 goal, and then we just roll over first half.
Yeah. I mean, it was alright to start with. As soon as they scored, we just went to pieces.
Yeah, it looked shot to bits in terms of confidence. We looked panicked on the ball, didn't we? Everyone was rushed, and let's just hope it's a blip and just a really bad day at the office as opposed to something more serious.
Yeah, it happens.
It does, yeah. That's what we have to hope, and hopefully we can put it right next week at Southend.
Speak to the back of my head.
Stocky's hair. What did you think of the game? There he is. There's his eyes.
I thought it was absolutely terrible. One of the worst away days we've probably ever done, and I'm glad it's over. And I'm glad I'm on the way back home to Kent.
Yeah, it was like Emily's just said. We've got to hope that that's just a major blip rather than anything else, and we have a good opportunity hopefully next week at home to Southend. But
it could have been a lot worse than 3-0. Like you just said, they sacked it off second half. They'd done the job. And even though they were pretty half-assed about it, we still couldn't really do much other than that chance right at the start of the second half where we hit the post. But other than that, we offered nothing, and we got
until Mark Marshall's P-roller in the 94th minute.
Yeah, exactly. Some of the chants going around from the fans, some of that baffled me. A few people chanting Steve Evans Barmy Army last week, and then
we want Steve Evans out today, and Steve Lovell songs coming back.
Yeah, it's all very bizarre and probably a bit knee-jerk, like you guys have just said. It's a massive blip, don't get me wrong, and it's not great, but I think next week is massive now. Absolutely massive. Yeah,
I'd imagine if we don't get anything against Southend, it could start to turn quite swiftly, but if we do win, then what would it be? It'd be 13 points from 11 games, so it's a tricky one. But
we always knew today, after the week that they've had Oxford, it was going to be tough. I know we all predicted like positive results beforehand.
Yeah, I said
it was
if
always
we concede the first goal, it was going to be tricky though, and we went back to what we used to do, and that was concede 1 and then concede 2 and 3 really fast afterwards, unfortunately, wasn't it? And they didn't even have to work hard for them.
No, as soon as that first goal went, that was it. Changed the whole complexion of the game, and that was it. Dead and buried, and game over as a contest after 30 minutes or whatever it was.
Yep, pretty much.